Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh.
You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Binds of Tabaxi Nard.
Hi, I'm Nicole Bates, and I play Poria on Zool. The dangling druid.
Hi, I'm Greg. I can talk. I play Ulsit Ralph, the Furbog fighter. I also have played for a brief period of time Uther Robert with an A, who was a bodyguard to Arcanist Ortax.
We're getting the backstory from all your cover identities.
We were going to do that, and I think it lasted maybe 5-6 minutes. And currently, I'm playing Robart. Robart, a wealthy mine owner. I own one or more adamantine mines in the Fervent Wild. That's Robart with 2 A's.
Where?
In the Fervent Wild.
No, and you're not.
And I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress, who occasionally now plays the character of Hulwyn, our non-binary elf ranger. So, Announcements. Yes, that's what I do next.
Sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons. It's the best way to support the show.
That's super cool. What's in there?
All sorts of stuff. Check it out.
That's dope.
And what should happen if you go there?
Give us money. It's great. That's the number one reason you should go to that site.
I try and do a nice, concise one, and they just need to stretch it out.
I
Not
love
at all.
it. I love the why do you go there? To give us money. Well, like, what else? You give us money there. We also post patron-exclusive improv sessions that we do before each session to help us warm up before we go. And I'll be posting some patron-exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at a few of the things that we've done over the last few months. Thank you to our patrons for their ongoing support. We appreciate it.
And who else do we want to thank?
Well, we want to thank our next sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-person orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. So if you are thinking about maybe getting into Dungeons & Dragons yourself and you want to pick up a copy of the player handbook, you too can join in the debate about whether a druid can wild shape into an owlbear.
Why, is that some sort of current event?
If you get that joke, it meant you were paying attention several weeks ago when this happened, because we record ahead of time. If you don't get that joke, honestly, you didn't miss anything. So head on over to geekifiediowa.com and pick those up online, or if you're in the area, head on over to Vinton and pay them a visit. Thank you, Geekified, for your ongoing support. We appreciate everything. They have been with us for the entirety of this campaign, and we are on episode 58. And going for more than a year. We really appreciate your support.
Thank you so much.
I think that concludes...
58? Wow, we must be like level 10 or something.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think that concludes the announcements. We are, just as a little teaser, we're preparing a couple of fall and winter, and maybe even into spring specials that we'll be recording over the next few months. We are going to be recording a very silly Christmas special sometime in the next few months. We're also preparing our Spelljammer campaign that will probably be released late winter, I'm guessing. And that's going to be a mini-series rather than just like a single episode one-shot. It'll be a mini-series.
That's the goal.
And it is still a little ways away, but we will be re-airing our Halloween special, Haunted Hawthorne Manor, this Halloween, which has been, I think, my favorite thing in role-playing that I've done, like, as a one-shot. I really love that.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was an amazing thing. We all had a wonderful time doing it, and it was actually kind of scary.
It took us about 10 hours to record that. We went for a long time. That was a very long day. And that room was very hot by the end.
And I ate a lot of candy cigarettes.
Yeah, you ate a disgusting amount of candy cigarettes.
Well, I got a carton of it. You don't just get a carton of it and don't eat all of them.
You would, like, grab one, take it out for effect, bite it, drop half
Not
in.
just take it out, like take it out, light it
Yeah, you can light it by drawing on it with a
with a
Sharpie.
highlighter.
And then
Yeah, that was a very effective special effect.
it was very, very effective.
Practical effects are the best effects.
So,
We're going to be recording those over the next few months. We got some special treats coming up for folks, and we hope you enjoy them when they come
Because it's
out.
Halloween.
I want to know if we failed or not.
And with that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Welcome back.
Ah!
It's the day of the heist, and Midnight Brunch has successfully infiltrated the party, managed to hijack control of the power source for the city,
What a
which
terrible thing to happen to the city.
the consequences of that remain to be known. And they have now made their way to the second floor of the Ulstein Grotfell estate, where they are currently in a secured room, attempting to use the probability magic channeled by the Orat Maul, which is a powerful and sacred device of the Changeling people, to transform an incredibly advanced security system known as the Halinor 6000 into,
A log.
yes, a log.
What kind
We-
of wood?
It was a cylinder.
We
Yeah, what
resumed
kind of
this session.
what kind of log is it?
Oh, I'm going for swamp oak.
Oh, that's a good choice.
We resume this session where we find out what happened. Now, it's in the real world for us. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded this. I already know the outcome, but I'm curious if you three remember what your roles were.
I rolled like a 22 or 24.
I didn't roll great. I remember that.
I think it was like 7, 13, 20, 24, something like that.
And
luckily
rolled a
your
75.
rolls-
Hohen and Coromonth rolled pretty well, you said? But
They did. They rolled fairly well, the two of them.
Hey, I burned all my good rolls on acting, actor rolling.
I don't have good rolls, so
No, you don't.
just in
That's-
I
general.
had to actor pretty hard to.
You do remember,
undo some
you
things.
do need to remember you have the lucky feat. Like when you almost got our cover blown by rolling badly, you could have re-rolled that.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Like I was carrying a trident once.
Yeah,
that I didn't
exactly.
remember.
I think you're still carrying it.
You took the lucky feat specifically because you're so unlucky in real life.
Well,
Anyway, what
that's-
happened?
That sets the tone for me today.
Yeah. Remember your feats.
Well, I have my character sheet ready for the. Since you're gonna kill Nimes, and a massive explosion, it's gonna take out the entire city.
Well, you're
I
not
throw
going to
my-
die right this second.
I throw my body over the top of the Halinor
The log.
6000.
Log.
The Halinor 6000, so that when it explodes, the rest of the party is saved.
So, probability magic is a type of magic that I created for this world. I actually don't know if this is unique. I've never seen anyone else implement probability magic within D&D, but the mechanics here I created on my own. I have on purpose not discussed it with the three of you as it's part of the story of this world to uncover it. It is a magic that is unknown
Sorry, I was
to the
bad at
broader
math.
universe. But probability magic.
Wait, is that how the changelings do it? They're all so bad at math that they can just make numbers up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All numbers are made up, probably.
Yeah, you don't know you can't because you don't know what probabilities
To
are.
quote one of the most famous scoundrels of all time, never tell me the odds. Probability magic works by manipulating the probability that an object is actually another thing. So they are attempting to transform an incredibly advanced security device that was created by a 10,000-year-old lich and is still being used and maintained all over the globe today by people who really want to protect something into a simple lock.
So
Swamp oak.
A
So
swamp oak
a
lock.
10,000-year-old lich versus 2 swamp people and a bard with broken pants
And I have a rock.
and a rock.
And, well, a sacred rock.
A magic rock.
Magic sacred rock. And you also have
Cormont and Helen.
Cormont and Hilwyn, a rather aloof I don't want to use the phrase want to be, but an amateur reporter.
And Helen.
And a thief that has stolen from you and is now trying to make some amends, apparently. So,
It doesn't feel like that.
are you ready to find out whether
Yes,
it worked?
tell me.
Nah, I think we need to go off another tangent real quick.
Yeah, maybe we can just use up this entire episode by digression.
So the magic begins to swirl. You've seen this happen just a few times before, as you've attempted to use the Orad Mall, or indeed some of your own thoughts to channel directly into the Changeling City. You see kind of a bright white light enveloping this security system. You've never seen an Orad Mall used on something this large. And indeed, the Hallinor 6000 is fairly large. It's about 2 meters wide and about 1.5 meters deep.
I thought it was like,
No, it's a fairly large system. The whole thing. At the center of this, as it grows brighter and brighter, the blackest void that you've ever seen begins to take shape in the center. It looks as though you are staring into nothing.
is this a
The
good
complete
thing?
absence of light is at the center of this glowing aura now. It spreads and envelops the entirety of the device.
Zori, is it supposed to do this?
Yep, definitely.
Then there is a dark flash.
Like an
as-
unflash.
Imagine, you know those like very annoyingly bright strobe lights you can get for fireworks that are just like impossible to look at? Imagine that, except all light is done away with. It's the inverse of one of those. And then after just a brief flash, you all look down and you see a rather hardy-looking log in the secure room. The pipes and fittings.
That was the most natural high five I've ever seen in D&D.
You want to?
I
Well,
was
in
a little
D&D,
too-
yeah, that was pretty much the most natural
No.
that a high five does get.
How big is the log? Is it the same size? So it's like a really big log?
It's not quite the same size. It's a little smaller. It's not, 2 meters by a meter and a half. It's not like, holy crap. It's not like you fell
A massive ancient tree.
a massive ancient tree. No.
It's like, what, that?
It's
Doesn't matter.
it's a log about this big around.
I
It's
might
kind of
wanna take
circumference
it.
of, say, maybe 18-inch diameter.
Yeah.
And it's about 2 meters long.
Don't take it. We should leave it so when we escape, there's going to be this subplot where they're mad at the Lich for selling them a log instead of a security system.
Interestingly, all of the pipes and wires that were connected to this are no longer there.
They disappeared.
They're not even like roots or something like that.
Nope, they are no longer there.
You want to take the log?
Nor is the room the same.
Oh.
The room was a secure room. You find yourself standing, as you get hold of your bearings now, in what appears to be a records room. There's lots of files and scrolls and a couple of maps and things, but all neatly folded away, and even a little store of umbrellas that is tucked away back here. And it looks like there might even be a rolling bed. So this is clearly some sort of storage closet.
Okay, well, I'll take the best umbrella.
None of them are particularly good. None of them are, like, shabby.
So
But you can tell these are the umbrellas that have been used for some time and are maybe being discarded without throwing them away.
do we remember?
Yes, you remember everything.
Okay.
Are we still in the same building? We don't know. I go out and
There is a window now where there wasn't one before.
Ooh, I look out the window.
Everything outside seems to be as you left it.
Can I fit the log into my bag?
What's the maximum opening on the bag of holding?
I will pull it up.
I want to say that it's 2 feet.
I believe it is, but it's the 2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep. So
It would
it's
be
a 2 by
it
4.
would be too long
Okay.
for it. Because
I gotta have
it's about
my
2 meters in
coat
length.
That's
But-
a lot thinner.
But the diameter.
It's the
thick.
opening of the bag is the limiter.
I could cut the log in half.
Then that's not the log we wanted.
Yeah.
It's 2 logs we don't want.
Instead, I am going to just quickly pull out a knife and carve into the log. Where's that name? Care of the I'm just going to carve Cromhaven into the log.
Okay.
That's one of the other dragon families. So maybe they'll think the Cromhavens did.
Oh, are we
this.
all going to vandalize a log?
If you vandalize it in a good, convincing way.
I write the voice was here.
Oh, Charna.
And I do a little winky face emoji.
Why don't we do Charna, Cromhaven, X, the voice? With a heart.
Sure. You've now left a little
Well,
classic carving
yeah.
of 2 lovers
Yeah.
in the wood.
All
We're
right.
very mature.
Also, don't do that.
It's
If
bad.
you're in the
This
wild,
is-
don't do that to a tree.
This is
Just
a
don't.
magically created log that's not connected to a living tree. So.
I mean, you can carve it into like a wooden fence or something like that, but don't do that to
No,
a living
it's
tree.
bad
It's
for
really
them.
bad for it.
All right. Well, let's sneak out of here.
Okay. Where are we going?
I think. Let me look at my map.
You want to go to Glindy's?
When we
should-
walk out of the room, is the door now completely different on the other side too?
Yep, sure is.
Is
It's a
there-
whole different door.
Is the room on the other side different?
No. I mean, other than the fact that
The door's different.
this door is different. What was a secure room that you had to pick your way into is now just a room.
I searched the room
Oh.
that we now find ourselves in.
Before.
research that, didn't we?
Oh, we just had a rough description that it was full of things. I look for anything that might be of value or would teach fervent tech.
I think it's just a lounge out here, right?
This
Are you
area
talking
is
about the
just a
room?
lounge.
Coming
Yeah.
outside. Do I find anything in the transformed room?
Oh.
No, it's no different than before.
Well, yeah, we
Room
didn't
is
really search it.
unimpacted.
No, we didn't. That's why I was searching
Yeah.
to see if there was anything valuable.
There's mostly a lot of like little heirloomy looking things, little bits of stone and semi-precious gems.
Oh, definitely
things,
steal those.
Things that look like, they're like little trophy cases, sort of things, little memorabilia. The closest that I could come to describing it is something that people just don't use anymore, and this would be like a large curio. That's what this room basically. It's a lounge and a curiosities room.
Do we want to take a minute and since we're on the no one's allowed up here floor, do we want to get our gear back on? At least some of it.
Does Koromonth have anything to say at this point? Because a lot just happened.
Or Hilwyn.
Hilwyn, I just assume, is just kind of in shock.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
So
Koromonth,
you're looking for
like
Koromonth's opinion?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of weirdos just presumably disabled, an incredibly advanced and expensive security system.
And just to remind everyone, since it's been a couple weeks since we played, if you guys ever do want to know what the other characters following you around think, ask. My instinct as a DM is to not jump in unless it's narratively essential. Koromonth looks at the three of you.
Carving names into the log.
Giggling.
Glances over at Hilwyn, his apparent friend. You were shocked to learn. They both now look at the three of you over to the Aura Mall. And
I have that put away.
Koromonth goes, "What in the hell was that?"
Changeling stuff, you don't need to worry about it.
This is what happens when you're bad at math.
Worry about a little bit. This room was an entirely different room. That device is a log. The door isn't even the same, and no one seems to have reacted to this, save for the five of us.
Pretty good stuff,
It's
eh?
changeling stuff, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
checks out.
Yeah, don't worry. Can I stop being Robart now?
That's what you're concerned about?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. So,
All right.
what do we do next?
Well, I'm going to give everyone their weapons, because if we're caught here, it's a fight anyway.
Okay.
Re-equip my armor. Then.
I'm going to throw my armor back on as well, while we're sort of in this side room that's not really noticed.
I'm not
Well
wearing my
traveled.
armor because I want to keep my +1 to stealth.
You're not... You want to keep your advantage rather than have it be negated.
Yes, that. My
Yeah.
+1 d20.
Okay. It's been a while. Do I still have Pass Without a Trace out?
Is that a concentration spell?
Is that lasting? Is that a 1 hour effect on that?
I believe it's 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. I forget the length on that.
No, 1 hour.
Okay. And the last time that you cast it was when entering the grounds, yes?
The last time I cast it was going up to the second floor. I've cast it twice.
Okay, just up to the... You would still have it then. Yeah.
Okay.
It's only been about 15-ish minutes since
Okay.
you went up to this floor. It hasn't been very long. So you have most of the spell left. I'm gonna bring up the map so our viewers can get a little bit better idea of where you are all at.
So I think we should head over here to Glenvee's room
Yeah, we checked everything on
in this area.
this side. We checked
Down in the lower
bedrooms.
right, that was
That was
Was.
the Halinor.
a hardened room. That's where you all were, and now you've sort of moved out into this curio lounge room.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to sneak down to the southwest hallway where we have our map says Glinby's room is.
So over here?
Yeah.
All right.
And we might hug the wall and stuff, but
Sure. When you are going to leave the curio room, I want all of you to make a stealth check.
everyone has plus 10 from personality trace.
I got a 28.
Dirty 20.
30.
Looks like you managed to open the door, sneak out into the hall without being noticed. You see the guards that had been patrolling back and forth are currently looking out the window at the far end of this hallway.
Why is there somebody running around naked farting?
It doesn't necessarily seem to be going on, although it's far away, so perhaps you can't see what they're looking at. But they're both down at the far end, the north side of the building, looking out onto the grounds below.
Probably the power station creating a huge pillar of smoke is something disconnected from it and it's rapidly exploding.
Oh, it could be. You never know.
Do we hear any
is that
sirens going off?
Is it the northern end of the hallway they were looking at, or the southern end?
The northern end.
So that's where the power station is.
And where the stairs up go.
yeah.
While we're sneaking by, can I use my cat-like ears to listen? They're cat-like, not just
Oh,
cat
sure.
ears.
I don't think there's any bonus for them being cat ears, is there?
I like to pretend there is.
Okay.
Well, you would
get
pretend that there is whether you had that or not, right?
Well, the Baxi have great hearing.
What?
What?
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you make a perception check?
Nat 20, so 25.
Well, are you rolling? So you get the
I
kitty
got
face?
kitty
face.
face.
You got kitty face.
I don't know how to show the kitty face.
Yeah, you'll just post a picture.
We'll post a
online.
picture of it on our social media. He has a set of dice where the 20 is a kitty face and the 1 is a cat butt.
Yep.
So, 25. It sounds like, and you can't make out all their conversation, but it sounds like maybe they're looking out at someone that one of the guards has a crush on. One of them is getting teased a little bit about it.
Listen in on.
Oh, right, we should get closer.
We need to know more.
This is very important.
No, we got to go in base room.
Yeah, we gotta rob it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I basically, without remembering I was doing this, just dropped catnip for this party.
Yeah.
It's like an unimportant
Should we
detail
send-
about a random
should we send our,
NPC's love life.
Investigative journalist over there to get the scoop.
No, let's stay on hand. Snooping about love lives wasn't in the order of the plan.
That's right. We are doing Dragon's Horde.
We're on the Dragon's Horde right now.
Plans change, just saying.
Step 6 of 7.
So you go into Glenfie's room.
We're going to sneaking to Glenby's room.
Okay. You make your way down to Glenvie's room. And I'll need you to make one more stealth check on opening that door.
All of us, or just whoever's opening the door?
Whoever wants to open the door?
Koromov.
Koromov. Actually, Hilwin's better. Hilwin.
I got it.
Who do you want, Coromont or Hulwin?
I think Hilwin's better at sneaking.
Show me the stat blocks.
Okay, for the record, Hulwin is a ranger that's very good at the entering part, but not the exiting.
We're entering. Hilwin.
Okay, sure. Let's have Hulwin roll.
Plus 10.
Yep, that would be 37.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
before you know it, Hulwin isn't even there, and the door's open, and you didn't hear anything. By the time you were getting around to asking them to open the door, they already had and were just in.
I turned them into an open door with the aura out mode.
So, the door is open.
That's not how that thing works.
How do you know?
And you may
I
enter
don't.
the room.
We enter Glenview's room. And look
Without
around.
permission.
Yeah.
Don't do that in real life either.
No.
Okay.
Social
goes
etiquette
first?
with Dice and Dungeons.
After Hulwin.
What?
Who goes first after Hulwin?
Do we use the same stealth number that we just rolled? Or do we have to-
I didn't tell you what to roll or what stat I might ask.
I'll go
for.
in.
I just want to know who's going in first.
I will go in.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Throw it into your little box there.
21.
Okay. Better than your passive. As you enter the room, you notice that there is an elaborate set of tripwires all over the room at different angles. I mean, picture like Hollywood style laser grid, right? Like not a real life laser grid, but a Hollywood style level of tripwires all over the place.
So like Charlie's Angels? They had that, right?
I don't remember.
They probably did it in that. Yeah.
We should definitely watch that movie as a group.
Like Ocean's 12,
Like Ocean's 12.
but
Sure.
they're not moving.
Yeah, they're not moving. But they're all tripwires, and they're just almost invisible. They're truly
I go.
tripwires.
Tripwires.
Now, Hulwin,
There has to be a better motion you can do for tripwires.
Tripwire.
Hulwin's already in the room and like picking up papers.
Owen, do you see the tripwires? Everywhere?
Yeah.
You're good with that?
Yeah, but
So you got in, but are you going to be able to get out?
is there more that we're going to be looking for?
Yes.
Okay, I'm fine. So we're going somewhere else after this. We're
Yeah,
not leaving.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm fine then.
As long as we're
That's
going
the
into
trigger.
something. Leaving is the problem.
Like leaving rooms is
That's-
fine. It's leaving.
Leaving the entirety of the property is the problem.
Okay.
All we have to do is frame everything as we're not yet leaving this mortal coil.
They're over at a desk. I'm going to bring up the map to help illustrate this for folks. Is that? And so you're down in the lower left room, and Hulwin,
Is over where?
they're over here. I'm going to circle that.
They've already wandered over there.
Oh yeah, they're all the way like
Okay.
in. The desk over there is just littered with papers, and they're just gathering them all up.
Well, I'm going to go hide at the end of the hallway there so that
Spot.
the guards don't see us when they look back down the hall.
Okay, so you're all like kind of shuffling just inside the room, right?
No, not going in the room. So
After
Okay.
after Zoria told us how many tripwires are in there, I am not going in.
Okay, so you're just trying to make yourself hidden.
Yeah.
Got it.
And there was that little hallway that went off the main hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're out of sight of the Lovelorn guards.
I'm gonna say, because it would be the only thing that makes sense back there, that there's a little window that has some drapes in front of it that go down to the floor. You could try to hide behind those if you want. If you don't want to go in the room,
Do it.
um,
Do it.
I'm just saying there's a window and drapery.
Oh yeah, so all four of us will hide behind the drapes.
I'm not going behind the drapes.
No?
No.
I'm just gonna stay behind the wall. so that I
Cormont
get
is
to see
going in the room.
He's fine.
Yeah. I would like to not go
You
in.
hear some sort of weird Italian techno beat music going on in there.
Oh. do 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 do. As he's
Yeah.
going through the tripwires, like to
Yes.
the beat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. from where I am, can I look, not investigation sort of, more about like spotting for valuables or otherwise possible magic items, things that look...
Sure. Make an investigation at disadvantage, since you're staying
Staying down.
away from things.
Oh, yeah, not disadvantage would have been a lot better. 12.
Okay. Well, the things that you spot that would be of interest to you, the one's gathering most of the papers up. And it looks like they're all fairly official reports. You see seals of the Ulfstein Grotfell family adorning some of these things. A few of them are even like locked up in cases. There's like small like folio kind of cases that are locked, and the whole one's over there. They're just like picking them open and pulling all these papers out, absolutely ransacking everything. Now, Koramonth is over at the bedstands, which you also identified as being a likely place of some valuables, and he's just pulling out weapon after weapon after weapon. He's wearing gloves, so just like a dagger, another dagger, another dagger, a very large dagger, a gun, another gun, a dagger that's a gun.
This is a very large drawer. Maybe it's a drawer of
A
holding.
gun that's a dagger.
Yeah, a gun that's a... There's just like...
A dagger with a gun
Like
in the
the
handle.
whole nightstand seems to be filled with just weapons, like, and then getting into some other stuff. There's like brass knuckles and billy clubs, just like, and he's looking at this like, not able to understand what is going on, but you're getting the sense that perhaps Glenvee's just a little paranoid.
9s.
Yes.
Use your weird magic thumb hand, cat paw. You can summon that like 30 feet, right?
Let's double check the range of mage hand. 30 feet.
Yeah, so use it to open up the chest at the bed. At the bottom of the bed.
I summon a little cat paw
Okay.
with a human thumb.
Yep.
Slides around.
Just summon it over where the chest is.
No, it starts where I am and bobs and weaves between all the tripwires.
To music.
It's actually fairly easy to do because they're designed to trip up like
Feet.
humanoids,
Not
like
little
full
hands.
humanoid creatures.
Not a cat paw with a human
Not a cat
thumb.
paw with a human thumb. So this is a fairly easy task that you
I do it
take pleasure in.
extraordinarily and slowly, just to annoy Soria.
Great.
It gets slower as it gets closer to the chest. The whole process takes about 45 seconds.
Sure. Why not?
And I open the chest.
If it's unlocked.
It is unlocked.
It is locked. Would you care to attempt to pick it?
With what?
With a mage hand. Can I try that?
Sure.
I'm gonna try it.
Like,
You have
Yeah.
little I have allowed you to specify this mage hand as a kitty paw, so you have little claws. You can attempt it.
very high DC, I'm guessing.
Oh, gee.
Did you get a cat butt?
Yeah, no, I got
Kitty
I
face.
got kitty face.
Marvelous.
So, what does he add to that? Anything?
I would say, since this is a spell, add your
Spellcasting
modifier, which would be your charisma.
All right, so that will be at 24.
Sure.
How does this work?
That works because it's magic.
This is by far the best use of these rolls ever.
Yeah. Can we spot what's in the chest from back here? At least
It
the
looks
top.
to be mostly some fairly nice linens in there. There's a jewelry box. And it doesn't look to be like some people might think, where it's a collection of earrings or something. Like, we would often, you could go to a store, buy a little, like, earring box collection. No.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Well, this is more like there are jewels, like a single set of jewelry in this. It's a little larger than other things. So it is independently locked. And it's visible.
Can your hand lift that?
I can lift 10 pounds. If someone else had mage,
You're right.
I can do it.
You can lift it. Yeah.
I am going to summon a new mage hand, since I'm sure it is going to last less than a minute.
Oh, yeah. You have to resummon.
Yep. That's fine. I'll allow you to just sort of chain cast in that spot.
It's a cantrip, so
Yep.
that's the best part.
You now have this. There also seems to be some stuffed animals in the chest.
Why don't we grab those as well?
Okay, what kind of stuffed animals? Is there an owl bear in there?
No, there's no owl bear in there. It looks like Glinty is a fan of birds. There's a lot of, like, kind of cute bird plushies in there. One of them looks particularly well loved.
I leave that one.
Yeah, we don't want to take.
We're not monsters. We're just stealing all her valuables.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Are you taking any of the stuffed animals?
Oh yeah, we're taking every other one.
All the
Oh,
other
okay.
ones, yeah.
Sure.
We need some stuffed animals for our tent.
All right.
At this point, we're gonna have to make an asset for our tent for all the crap
All
we
the
have
stuff
stolen.
in it.
So are you bringing all that stuff back with your mage hand, or are you just going to...
Like one at a time.
One at a time, yeah. And I'll just put them in the bag.
Okay.
No
Sure.
problem.
She puts all the stuffed animals in there, or is there a room? Is the bed just covered in them?
The bed isn't covered in them. It looks like she maybe puts them away during the day.
So,
Do I feel
Have you
bad
guys-
about this?
okay, well,
No, I don't.
she's super rich.
I feel bad about this.
I'm having
I'm
just having a great time hiding behind this curtain here.
All right, have you got it, Koromon?
gonna make a clip out of that one. Just how players resolve their feelings. Do I feel bad about this? No, I don't.
Koromon, hit one.
Yes.
Do you need more time?
Nope. I'm pretty sure I've stuffed every pocket full of all the incriminating documents, or what I'm guessing are incriminating. I didn't have a chance to read them.
All right.
Yeah, I've found nothing but guns and knives in this.
Are any of them magic?
I don't think so.
No runes or anything on them?
I didn't see any inscriptions on them. They all just seem to be present.
All right.
Actually, can I
disturbing
use my
quantity.
mage? Do I feel what my mage hand feels?
Loosely.
Loosely.
I mean, not. You're just like, oh, well, that's soft silk. No, you can't do that. But you can sort of get a sense of.
Like, it can't
Like,
go through
it
this
can't go
physical
through that
thing.
thing.
I just kind of pat around the bottom of the bed.
Okay.
To see if
Right.
there's anything hidden underneath.
I feel like her best weapon would be
Under the bed.
under her bed or under her pillow.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
You're not getting anything down there that tells you there's a weapon. You typically wouldn't be able to discern that sort of variation.
Well, is there
With
anything
your
under
mage
there?
You kind of come up against the four posts of the bed.
Check under the pillows.
Yeah, check under the pillow though. I just kind of lift up the pillow though because we can see it.
No, there's nothing under the pillows.
Oh, put these stuffed animals, hide them around the room.
Do we leave a note with it?
No.
No, we're gonna keep them.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next area. What time is it approximately?
We look at window check.
Window
It's-
check. Oh, Seth, what time is it out the window approximately?
It is approximately.
Time o'clock.
Because you're by the window.
Yeah. And I'm listening out the window. Which band is playing?
We should be right above the
Is Sarah
theater.
McGoblin playing? We are right above the theater, right outside the windows of the theater.
It's been long enough where it seems that the final act is wrapping up.
Of
Of
Iron Kids?
yes, of the Iron
So Sarah
Kids.
McGoblin hasn't even gone on yet.
No, not yet.
So
Who is
is
she, actually? Is she in the bedroom?
Glenvey?
No. Sarah McGoblin.
Sarah McGoblin might, I don't know, she's probably staying in one of these other bedrooms.
Yeah, or she's mingling downstairs, or she's
Yeah.
getting ready to go
Did we see
upstairs.
Sarah McGoblin? Because we went through a good portion of the places down there, but if she's about to perform, I don't think she'd be...
She might have been backstage too. Did we
Well,
see?
she's not in this room, and you all didn't see her downstairs.
Well,
The reputation of Sarah McGoblin is that she is a very professional performer who takes her job quite seriously and is always on time. She doesn't like to make people wait for her. She's just a very considerate, professional individual. So Nines, you would have a bit more insight into this than any of your other companions. It doesn't surprise you that you haven't seen Sarah McGoblin, as you know that she doesn't have a reputation for being much of a socialite and partier. If she's doing a performance, her focus is on the performance.
Does she have a trailer?
Typically no.
Well, that's where I would assume she would be if she was there.
Did
So,
you want to talk to her or something?
Who doesn't want to meet Sarah McGoblin?
True.
This whole party wants to meet Sarah McGoblin.
I don't think there's too much more active theft opportunities until we go upstairs, right?
You do know that there are still 3
Bedrooms.
Bedroom.
doors that you have not gone through.
Why don't
And
Yeah, but the guards
You know what's in
are
there.
closer over there, and
What?
I just assumed it's a guest bedroom.
Well, why don't we check
yeah.
them?
But
We have time.
The guards are standing right next to the stairs we need to take later.
Well, were they by these stairs or these stairs?
They're on the north end.
they're on the most northerly stair.
And these are the stairs up to the VIP lounge. There.
Fine, let's go rob some
Let's check
bedrooms.
the next. So we'll go to the bedroom just north. It's marked as a bedroom on the
The
map that was
immediate-
drawn for us.
The next immediate room.
Yeah.
Okay.
North of where we are.
Sure.
Sneaking.
All right.
Obviously.
Well, of course. Yes. Why don't you go ahead and make some stealth checks? It took you guys about 15 minutes in this room.
So I have what,
to go
half an
through?
hour
About half an hour left on this.
on my spell?
Yes, on your pass without a trace.
28.
31.
25. Does everyone else have a better stealth than me?
I have +1.
I have +2.
Okay,
But
I do
I-
have the best stealth.
But I have advantage,
Okay.
All right.
Because of
which
your
means
boots.
that my nat 1 didn't count.
You all move fairly quietly into this bedroom, which it seems to be is a fairly nondescript bedroom. Let me pull up what is in here.
It's Glenby's old one.
That's what it marked on the map. as.
Everything here seems to be, fairly untouched. It looks like this might be a guest bedroom, but the bed is made, and the sheets are all tightly fitted. There's no creases in them. It doesn't look like anyone's really been in here.
So we're right near we're on the side of the building where the theater is. Can we hear the performance from this bedroom pretty clearly?
Make a perception check.
15.
You do hear some noise. The last act, the last song of the first act, I should be more clear, has finished. So the
Was there any clapping?
a little, it's a little.
Just
No, it's more like there weren't that many people watching.
well, it is the opening act.
Yeah. So, although the applause is sparse, it doesn't seem to be sarcastic or just like yeah whatever, sort of unappreciative. It seems like the people who were there had a nice show. The music that you could hear, which was dim, it didn't sound bad. You think maybe they actually have a little bit of a talent. But you can hear that as you move towards the center of this room, since you're listening for it, that it gets a little louder as opposed to the other areas of the room.
It gets a little louder in the center of the room
Yes.
than the noise from downstairs.
Yes.
Do you think there's like a false floor?
Well, we could check that out, but what I was going to suggest, since we have an entire act of Sarah McGoblin that has to happen before the voice is even on and then the voice is late, and we have only 2 bedrooms to examine, that we have a lot of time to kill.
So we should take a nap? Really?
We should wait in this room, which is likely not to be searched by the guards, because we have a lot of time to kill.
All right.
The one time I don't take cat nap.
Do you mention the sound difference?
I noticed that when I am standing in this spot, that the noise from down below is louder than at other places in the room.
I would like to search the spot.
All right, make an investigation check.
9.
Best number.
You notice that a couple of the floor panels here are loose, and that there's actually a little square hidden by a rug that can be lifted up and removed. And if you do so, you have a direct view down into the lounge below on one side and the theater on the other. It sort of is sitting on the walls dividing those two.
How big of a hole is it? Like a little hole, or like is it?
No, it's about a 2 feet by 2 feet.
Oh, okay.
So
How far down to the ground floor?
in the lounge area, it is about 12 feet down, or about 4 meters.
Do I see an unattended drink?
Probably so. The theater is a little further down.
Well, the lounge is probably less busy. There's a performance happening.
Yeah? Are you getting yourself a drink?
This has been very thirsty work.
That's it?
Well, I'm thirsty.
Do what you will. So it's just like a trap door, basically? Like a hidden...
It's not so much a trap door. There's no way down from here, other than just like falling through it. It seems to be more like a little observation window. The view to below is somewhat obscured by some sconces on the wall in each side, and you get the sense that this little hole was something that was perhaps discovered by Glenvy, since you know this was a former room. And perhaps she would have used it to listen in on conversations she was not otherwise invited to.
Gotcha. Alright, you do what you want with the hole. I'm gonna search the rest of the room.
So describe again what you're trying to do. Use your mage hand to get a drink?
Yeah, get a beverage.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look around, see if there's a corner that people aren't paying attention to. Or do you want me to grab it as a waiter walks by with a...
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Here's a question. Does Pacify a Trace work on Mage Hand?
It's all stealth checks?
It's all stealth checks. The rules as
That would
written
be a
indicate that it applies to any action that the characters under the effect take.
Well, I'm going to try spawn one underneath one of the passing and use a stealth check to see if I can get it up.
Go ahead.
What's the first roll?
It's probably sleight of hand.
Or is it just sleight of hand check?
This is just a sleight of hand check here.
6. Do I just knock the glasses over?
Yeah. Yeah, you just knock some glasses over.
I dissolve my mage hand.
Okay. No one really seems to have paid much attention other than just to the fact that some glasses fell, which you're at a party. It doesn't seem out of place. There's no reaction from anybody.
Sorry, does this mean I have to try again?
If you want that drink, yeah.
Do they have good drinks down there? I just want to make sure it's worth the risk.
I mean, you know that the drinks are pretty good.
I'm going to try again.
They're better than you're used to.
It doesn't say much.
12.
It's better.
Okay. You managed to get a hold of a drink, and you're floating it back up to the room. Make a stealth check at disadvantage. You only have a very small window through which you are seeing the actions of your hand, and there's many patrons down below.
And one's about to get drenched.
You do get to add 10.
That is going to be 21 for a stealth check.
Okay. You get the drink back up to you.
Is it good?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, finish it then.
it's pretty good.
Does it have a
That's
little,
pretty good!
does it have a little umbrella in it?
Does it?
It's no, these aren't umbrella drinks.
I didn't get one of those fish bowls.
The particular drink that you got was gin martini.
While that was happening, I'll have been checking the room just in case there's anything valuable.
Okay, make an investigation check.
17.
You look thoroughly through this room, and you're pretty certain that there's nothing of value in here.
So I agree with you about waiting, but we should check the other rooms while Pass Without Trace is still up.
If we do that quickly,
Yeah,
we can always wait in the last room.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go to the next room up, stealthing.
Stealth checks all.
24.
Nat 20, 32.
Oh, your die does work that way.
Okay.
Well,
Only when it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I
who says it
got a
doesn't matter?
34 because apparently I have Dromar's dice
Wow. Again?
Baby?
Those
That-
the
Cat face
devices-
baby!
Those dice were purchased through Geekified.iowa.com. If you want your broken ass dice, buy them through Geekified.iowa.com. Not really. That was a joke.
They're not broken.
No,
They're not broken.
you're just very lucky until it comes.
You're very lucky
It's a
today.
lucky cat die.
And so are your two compatriots. Not that it matters, but they rolled an 18 and a 19.
Wow.
I did the worst.
So you all make it through no louder than a breeze on the ocean through.
Those can be loud.
I feel like at this point the guard's gonna be like, you know what? It's too damn
was the
quiet in here. Better do an extra patrol.
That was the joke. The breeze on an ocean is actually kind of loud.
We're suspiciously dampening the noise.
Yeah, because we're on the ocean. That's why
It's like,
yeah,
wow,
right?
that dark cloud is just wandering through the halls.
So you make it into the next room.
Technically, a veil of magical shadows and silence do radiate around me.
I searched the room.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is this similar looking room?
Nope. I haven't had a chance to describe it yet.
Oh, okay.
17.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long to realize that this room is the room of the Costerian delegation that you'd seen.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Oh, nice. Great. Terrific.
There are several official-looking letters sealed with some important-looking seals.
Do we take those?
You're not sure
We're
what any of
taking
these...
everything else.
You're not sure what is in any of this, and none of them are open, but there's clearly several communiques laying out on the table. There is also quite clearly Tishir Noon markings on quite a few pieces of armor and weapons, as well as some simple chests and things that look like traveling chests. They don't look like treasure chests. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. They're just sealed with some like leather belts holding them shut.
Are they nice belts?
I mean, not particularly. They're pretty beat to hell. They're traveling chests. That's what you find. You are in the delegation from Costeria and the Tishirinu.
Are there two beds or are they sharing?
This particular room has several beds, and also some makeshift dividers that have been put up between the beds.
No juicy gossip. You had investigated with a 17, right?
Yes.
Did he find anything extra?
No, not more than I described.
Okay. I would like to look over the Tishiranoon weapons.
Okay. You recognize what these weapons are.
They're like his.
They look nearly identical to his.
Are any of them magical?
No. No.
I assume we grabbed the letters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why not start another international
Because
incident?
we will not be here when they come back.
Are the travel chests locked?
They don't appear to be.
Why don't we check those?
Sure. I look in the travel chests.
Okay. You find just changes of clothes, some canteens that looks like they store when they're not traveling around. Some pretty typical supplies, blankets and stuff like that. Nothing exciting in here.
Yes.
Just typical travel or provisions.
Are any of the canteens, they have like a Tishiranoon crest on them or anything?
Pretty much everything does.
I take the best looking canteen.
Sure.
You're writing that one down, right? Because it's not going in the bag.
Yeah.
Do we want to like write anything on the wall, like the Order of Ramardin is watching you, or antagonize them in any way? That would be really bad.
Just do another heart, the voice, and
Charna.
I really love that every time I have described the Tishiranoon people that are here, this group has gone a very hard. Nope, we're just not going to pay attention to that part. We're just going to move on.
Do you
Thank
want to back up a Lashalar or anything?
Back it up.
A secondary, you have.
No, I will keep the weapon that I have from my mentor.
You don't want like a secondary one though, just in case, since they're here.
yeah, if you just replace the hilt, it's basically the same sword.
There's several of them in here.
They're not gonna miss all of them.
There are several Elishalars.
Yeah.
I take the best one.
Okay. The one that looks in the best shape.
Yes.
Do you ever think that like some of the people who robbed, they're like, they took the best one?
Yeah.
We have all these horses and they took the best horse.
They left Wheezy over here.
And like,
There's a horse that's just like,
should we leave
Yes.
some of? No.
Let's leave.
Should we leave some of Glenby's stuffed animals in this room?
Leave the worst one in.
I'll put the worst plushie under one of the bed's pillows.
sure, you leave a really weird looking bird.
Nice.
I think it'd be better if you leave it in one of the chests, but kind of like
Oh yeah,
like you put it in poorly, so if
Yeah.
someone like coming in looks, they'll
Like
be
a-
like, wait a second.
it's like half sticking out from a travel cloak or something.
I really love that you're engaging in like preschool level crime planning.
Is that one of our?
I am a
I mean-
Fey-powered druid. This is
I love
my
it.
thing.
Just the conclusion that yes,
I'm a cat.
When-
This is a mild inconvenience for everyone.
when someone does go burglaring through a room, they usually bring their stuffed animals with them.
No, it's Glenvee's stuffed animal. She'll recognize it and think that Tashira Noon did it. Is the plan.
Because we haven't caused enough
That's-
international
that's the plan.
incidents.
Yeah, great.
All right.
It's our calling card. We're the
How
furry
How much
bandits.
time is left on your spell?
like an hour. Let's go to the last.
It's definitely not an hour left.
Let's go to the last bedroom.
Okay,
Sneaking.
sure. Ooh,
25.
nat 20 over here.
15. I rolled a 5.
Oh my.
Ouch.
19. You're not being very quiet right there where the guards are.
Hulwyn manages to stop you before you embarrass yourself.
I go.
Just make noise.
Nice, accidentally.
I want to be loud.
Do you want me to activate my my shoes?
Flippity flop.
Flop, 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 flop. Ulseth finds his gum socks and just starts leaving things behind.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Unnecessary Shoes.
You get to this room, and who's in the lead?
Hilwyn.
No one.
Holman's? Okay,
yeah.
Holman is in front.
I'll be right behind.
Holman opens the door. They stop. You hear the sounds of a bed creaking, and then they close the door and just go. Nope,
Let's go back to Glenvee's.
we're not
old
going
room.
in that room.
Why not?
What's happening in there?
Sex.
With who?
Don't know. Don't want to know.
So much me wants to knock on the door.
They
Just
just-
shout, who's having sex in there?
There's a concert going on. You're missing Sarah McCallum. All right, we'll go
That
back.
show's up here, not down there.
Let's go back to Glenvee's room.
The new one or the old one?
The new one. The old one.
The old
The one
one.
with the hatch in the floor.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
go, we can go
Okay.
people watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And we can monitor when the voice goes.
So you're heading back to Glenvee's old room.
Yes.
All right.
Stealthily.
Okay. I'm gonna make you guys re-roll because you're still in the hallway.
Well, that's why we could get through so easily. There's a lot of noise coming from that one bedroom.
And that's why they're pretending to be looking out the window right there next to it.
I mean, it's not really next to it, but let's just say the guards might not want to bring too much attention to their presence at the moment. So you're heading back in that room.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to wait? Was that what you?
I think we can't go up until we know the voice is on stage. So we're going to be very quiet.
Plus, we want to hear the Sarah McGoblin concert.
And use the trapdoor thing to listen to keep tabs on what's happening. If possible, I'll take a short rest. I don't know if we have that much time though.
Yeah, I think you would.
Does Sarah McGoblin have an encore that goes on for a while?
Well, typically, Sarah McGoblin would likely perform an encore, but as the second act, I don't think that she would.
So I can take a short rest.
Yeah, you can take a short rest.
I'm going to use one of my hit die to heal
Okay.
while we do that.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't play my instrument while you're
No.
give you a free one.
Would I have time to inspect the jewelry box and see if I can unlock it while we wait?
Sure. Yeah, I think you would. That would qualify as a pretty low demand activity.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna steal another drink.
Okay. Nothing bad can happen there.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Since you wanted to do this twice now.
7, I just...
Knock over.
Again, no one seems too surprised by this. It's a party. There's people moving around. No big deal.
Zoria!
Yeah.
I think I can steal that guy's toupee. You think it's a toupee?
Does it look like a toupee? Can I make a perception toupee check?
Yeah, sure.
23.
It doesn't look like a great haircut. It's hard to tell from above if it's a toupee.
I think it's just a bad haircut.
Oh, so what do you think?
I think that we should rest.
This is resting.
This is how I relax.
Criticizing other haircuts. That's how I do things.
I steal toupees and knock
We're
over
still
drinks.
sneaking.
I'll try to take another drink, though.
Okay.
That is a 16.
All right, you've got one in your mage hand. So go ahead and try to stealth back up to where you are.
Is this at the start? Does he still have my pass without a trace, or is this later on?
We can do it at the start if he wants.
Well, yeah, you said we're going to be away in a while.
Right.
So, that's a 25 stealth at disadvantage.
Sure. Yeah, you bring it back up.
Ooh, what is it?
This time it seems to be a mojito.
We're going to be here for all, so I just milk it. It's going to
Yeah.
figure it.
Yeah.
I inspect the jewelry box to look if it's magically trapped or anything.
Okay. Make an investigation check on that.
17?
You don't see any traps or magical enchantments or anything on here?
Then I'll try and pick it.
Go ahead.
7?
You are unsuccessful in your attempt.
It's unpickable.
What?
Yes.
I bet Kormoth could do it.
I don't think Kormoth could do it.
Kormoth, open this chest up.
Kormoth will steal the chest.
No, I'll hold it. He just unlocks it.
And we're going to watch him.
You want me to open the chest?
Just pick it.
Fine. Goes over carefully. Takes his tools.
Does it look like he's gonna succeed?
You can't tell.
I shake the box. See, it's unpickable.
Yep. Just goes and sits back down.
Is Sarah McGoblin singing yet?
Oh yeah, she's been going for a little while.
How's the concert? Is it?
It's good.
Is she
It's a Sarah
performing?
McGoblin concert.
Yeah, of
so
all
it's
the
a
Sarah
little
McGoblin
sad.
concerts I've seen, how does this rate?
Oh, this is the
Top
best
2.
one yet.
Top 2.
How many have I seen?
One
Two.
other one. You haven't
Including
seen
this
this
one.
one.
You've seen one other.
Oh, Win. Would you
Yeah.
want to pick this for us?
Get that. Oh, yeah. You couldn't do it? 4? Okay. Someone walks over, starts messing around, puts their hand up there. There you go.
Thanks. Wow, I'm surprised Kormoth couldn't do that.
He said it was impossible.
You hear an eye roll.
What does that sound like?
What it sounds like.
I expect it to be moister.
Okay, that, but just wet.
Oyster?
Because it's eyes.
Oh.
I will open the box and inspect what's inside.
You find a diadem.
Does it look magic?
No.
Does it feel
looks
magic?
Really expensive. And it's got a sort of crest design that looks like, you're pretty sure, the Ulfstein Grotfell crest. Getting the sense this might be the family's jewels. Like they're bespoke jewels.
Nice. All right, put that back in the bag.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll just. Did you have anything you want to do, also? Or are you just waiting?
I'm just waiting.
Do you want to play cards?
Sure.
Okay. We'll fill the time with card playing and just being quiet.
Sure. Time passes,
Yahtzee! Oh.
and
You're playing Connect 4.
about 40 minutes into Sarah McGoblin's performance, her set, the voice comes on, makes a cameo, sings with her. They do a song together.
You told me this was the best concert I've seen of Sarah McGoblin.
It was.
And now it's ruined.
So the voice is on stage.
At the moment, yes. Then another 20-ish minutes or so passes. It's been about an hour in here. And Sarah McGoblin finishes her set up. And the crowd, which has filled in quite a bit more now, is cheering audibly, politely clapping. Sarah McGoblin, there's a lot of sad music. Sorrowful, emotional. So it's not like a very raucous cheering.
What song did she duet with the voice?
It's one that you're unfamiliar with.
Good sing.
It's called Silsine, named after her home.
Oh man, Dromar loved that song.
Yeah. May he rest in prison.
Presumably.
He died the way he lived, in prison.
All right. Just making notes.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to be doing?
Do we hear the voice like coming on stage?
So
They start changing the sets over from Sarah McGoblin's set and setting up the voices more elaborate stage.
Do we want me to use Pass Without a Trace? It'll be my last second level spell.
Yes.
Okay. I won't
When
be
we-
able.
When we get, what can't you do then?
I won't be able to hold person, locate object, or enhance ability.
we might want locate object.
That's
is
what
the
I'm.
issue.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, once we get to the third floor, we will there meet.
And we can try an alternate method of distracting the guards. So
We will meet Nufer and Grubar when we get to the third floor, and they said that if we have a key, we may get past. They will be happy to let us into the voices room,
Yeah.
and we have a key,
Yeah.
and we know Nufer and Grubar.
But what did with the illusion magic? It just didn't work.
Well, I mean, I'm wearing my armor, so I'll try and make my illusion magic work with the armor, and nothing happens. I'm assuming. Yeah. So it just doesn't. It's negated, basically.
Okay.
All right. So here you have the key, Ulseth.
You know, I will hold the key.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna, because I get my wild shape back from that short rest, I'm gonna use one of them to turn into a fox so I don't suck quite as much as stealth. Or I can kind of negate it by turning it to something really small and just riding on one of your shoulders. Actually. So I will. What are you least scared of? Also.
Oh, I do not think I am afraid of the animals that you can turn
Okay, I turn into a spider, a tarantula,
into. Okay.
and climb onto your shoulder.
Yes, just stay away from my ears. It tickles and they would make noise.
Okay. So you are a tarantula.
On Ulsa's shoulder.
All right. The four of you now need to make your way up the stairs.
No, has the voice started?
We're gonna give a little grace period to make sure the voice actually is on stage.
Yes, we will wait through the first song, no matter how excruciating it may be.
Okay. The voice comes on and begins his performance in a truly over-the-top pyrotechnic extravaganza. There are magical laser lights and all sorts of effects and things like that. And fog and, yeah, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
The first song is pretty horrible, according to your particular taste.
Wait,
That is not the name of
we
the
don't
song.
have to make any wisdom saves or anything for hearing it?
No.
Good. To
It's
make
fair-
sure we don't go into a catatonic state.
Correct. It is
It's
fairly,
so bad.
fairly muted here.
Good. Should we go? I mean,
Let's peek out the door to see where the guards are.
The guards, they have now moved. They're not where they were, but you don't see where they are.
we should have a clear view of the stairs we need to go up.
You do.
But so they could be down that hallway, they could be up here, they could be even like, I don't know, in one of the rooms.
Well,
Could be using the bathroom for all you know.
Well, we do need to go upstairs. Sometime or other before the voice is finished.
well, can I use my perception to see if I can hear where the guards might be?
Sure. Yeah.
That is going to be a 15.
Okay. You don't hear anything that's telling you guards are there.
Well, YOLO, let's go up the stairs.
Okay. You guys ready? You I could sense there's tension.
I mean, this is what we've been culminating to, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why
It's
we were
not
here.
tension, it's just
Apprehension.
it's just a spider tickling Olsef's neck.
You head up to the room, and what you see when you arrive at the top is a fairly large lounge room. There's a piano in here. There's actually a banquet still out. There's plenty of food, lots and lots of drinks. There's a whole bar just filled with liquor. And you see the two ogres that said they would be here.
I grab a plate of food.
Okay. What would you like on the food? There's many different options.
Turkey leg,
Sure, there's a turkey leg.
They're
ham leg.
So you would like a whole leg of ham.
I mean, if it's available.
There is one. They were cutting from it.
Oh,
Yep. Okay, so you have 2 animal legs.
I'll drop spider.
yeah, leg of lamb.
Sure, yeah. There's a third animal leg.
Oh. Is there any chicken thighs?
Yeah. Why not? There's some chicken thighs there. There's a part of an animal leg.
They got a owl bear leg.
No. They're not a beast. They're a monstrosity. It doesn't taste very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are there pretzels?
Yeah. There's a few pretzels. They're dry
Oh.
pretzels. They're not soft pretzels.
That would be really disappointing. Are there any croissants?
No.
I fixed
no
myself a
croissants.
charcuterie plate with
There's some
a
nice
selection
cheeses
of
and
dried
meats.
meats,
Yeah.
soft cheese, hard cheese, maybe a couple of gherkins, sour, not sweet,
Sure. Yeah. Those are all there.
mustard.
Oh, they have a fantastic mustard. You can smell it from several feet away.
Yeah.
It's very potent.
I'm going to just set 7s on the table and let
Is,
them.
is there a bowl of nondescript candy, brown candy pieces?
Sure. Yeah. There's a bowl of nondescript brown candy pieces.
Okay, good. I mean, it's read the contract.
Yeah.
While I'm doing that, I say, hello, you who are new fear and Grubar.
Hey.
I have the key.
in there.
Thank you. Would you like some charcuterie?
No, we're good. We got some.
Does the voice?
There's just a whole turkey in front of the two of them.
Does the voice have any place he likes to keep his most prized possessions that you're aware of?
No, we don't get to go in the room.
Would you like to?
No.
Oh.
God. I don't want that stench on me.
God, I was going to ask about that.
All right. I will unlock the room after I pick up Sevens.
I have the key. Would you like to use
Oh.
it?
Yeah.
Sevens
them.
isn't happy about being picked up. He's having a good time
Yeah.
over on the banquet table. Just
But I don't want you
Good job, Tens. You know how to do this.
as Nines gets on the banquet table. All right, I will pick the door with the key.
all right. You have
5 minutes later.
you entered the private room.
Keeping an eye out
voice.
for alarms and traps and stuff.
What does Kormoff do as we enter the room?
Coromonth, who has been wearing his very nice outfit this whole time, takes his shoes off and
Like being on an airplane.
and puts on these strange sort of very soft-looking boots that you've never seen before. They don't match any of the outfit. They're clearly.
I like your Uggs.
My what?
Nothing.
And then the Holland does something very similar. They take off their shoes and put on some very soft-looking boots.
Why are you putting on boots?
These boots help reduce the sound so that there's not a thick sole striking the floor. They also leave no trace of any sort of tread.
My boots fart.
I would encourage you to take them off. Yeah, this is a trick that I actually taught Core.
Okay, I'll take my boots off.
This bedroom is really strange. All the furniture has been pushed into the far corner of the room. The bed, chairs, everything's just kind of piled on top of the bed at this point. The aroma in here is somewhat eye-watering. It's very thick. The air is pregnant with the smell of far too much rose, far too much lavender, and seaweed. It's an odd mix. In the very center of the room, it's a large tub made of what looks to be ironwood. It's very dark, but it looks to be carved into an elegant shape. And the tub is quite large. This isn't like a tub you might find in your typical bathroom. This is more the size of a hot tub. It's circular. It's about a 12-foot diameter. And there's a heating element that is attached to it.
Is it fervent?
No, it just seems to be enchanted. Seems to be a magical heating element.
Like Zoria's frying pan?
Not dissimilar from your frying pan.
Or my toilet seat.
Or your toilet seat, yes.
Flame on.
The
Everything in our inventory just catches on fire.
the room is humid. The windows are open, but it is humid in here. and you can see little bits of gentle steam rising off the water. Not as though it's near, say, a boiling point, but more as a hot body of water will do with it's meeting some cooler air. So you can see that the tub is quite warm, and the room, it's about as cool as it is in in the basement we record in.
Well, I check the tub for Sturmgrumi.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
For Sturmgrumi.
21.
Roll a percentile die if you would.
29.
No Sturmgrumi.
So
Do you see anything else on the top?
Yeah, did I see anything else in the tub?
You see
The real voice. Mission accomplished! This is great!
just
My quest line is over!
the body floating in the water. Someone has been impersonating the voice apparently for years.
And bringing the body with them.
Well, no place to hide it better than their own personal tub, apparently. You also see at the bottom what looks to be a pick, a planchette shape object down there.
Koromoth can go diving.
No, just grab it. Quietly, sleight of hand it.
I sleight of hand into the water.
With your magic hand.
They're the same! Well, actually, no one knows. But it's a shiny thing in there, right? Is it shiny?
I mean, it's fairly shiny. It's not like staring at like a glittering object, but it has reflectivity.
Do I notice him getting interested in something in the tub, though?
Sure, yeah. You're fairly attuned to Nines'
Weird, capricious nature.
and the easily distracted shiny object.
Koromoth.
While this is happening, go ahead.
I was just saying, Koromoth, come help me check the furniture.
Yes. And I go
All right.
over and I go, you who are Koromoth and Holwyn and Zoria,
Yeah.
I do not wish to digress from the task at hand. However, I am very concerned. If you had noticed, all of the furniture is piled up on the bed, which would be very unusual for someone who would sleep in the bed to put all of their furniture
I
there.
reach into the
And there is a
there
big
and grab
tub
the
here.
thing.
What sort of creature could this possibly be that does not sleep in a bed?
I
but
think
has
he
a
just
giant
cares.
bathtub?
I think he just cares a lot about his skin.
I am worried that this may not be a regular creature. What do you think?
It's the voice. There's nothing regular about him.
He just has a very intensive skincare routine.
But I want them to, as I'm distracting them. I am doing a thing.
So you reach into this tub.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
not a
in the
trap.
center of the tub, which is about 6 feet in from either side.
Are you using your mage hand?
Does my mage hand work in...
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's just.
I use my mage hand.
Okay. It grabs onto the object and begins to pull and does not move 1 inch.
How does it feel with the mage hand? Is that I just try to pull back and it doesn't do anything?
Like,
Since you're still becoming somewhat familiar with your mage hand, this is a new sensation, but it seems immovable.
So while this is happening and I'm distracting them by trying to get into a discussion about whether this is not a regular creature or not because it doesn't sleep in a bed and has a big giant hot tub instead, I look around the room to see if there's anything that looks like it's valuable or interesting. Like, I don't know, a handmade lute or something of that sort.
There's several things in here that look like there's a fair bit of value. Most of it is just the decorations. There's nothing in here that says to you the voice has personally brought anything in here other than the tub. That seems to be something that's quite out of step with the rest of the decor.
Is it decorated a specific way? Like you said, it was carved ironwood. Does it have carvings depicting something, or are they just
No, it's just sort of a
fancy scroll work and stuff?
Yeah, there's, sort of some filigree elements in there, and it's just very nice looking. But everything that's in here, there's some, paintings on the walls. There's nothing of particular value in here, basically. Everything in here is certainly expensive, but it's mostly furniture.
What are they paintings of?
There's some landscapes and looks like some possible like family portraits. You can't be sure.
I'll take them.
Yeah, okay. You find, say,
we have to decorate our estate when we use that deed.
You find two landscapes that you could fit within the dimensions of your bag.
Okay.
I'm assuming you don't want to take the portraits.
Not unless they look cool.
Particularly,
Okay.
they're portraits of a dwarven family.
Alright.
I continue to engage
Let's just-
Coromant, especially in a discussion about what kind of creature the voice might actually be.
I don't know what sort of creature the voice is. I don't particularly care. I'm just interested in the pic. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be looking around for it.
But I am very worried about this.
You can continue to be worried. I'm on a task. And
I would
Coromant,
like you to worry with me.
I'm sure you would, and we'll have time after this. But let's get out of here as quickly as possible.
Well, I'm gonna change up my strategy and stuff. Pulling it up, I push it down.
You meet a similar resistance where you can't move it further.
So you are Azoria.
Yeah.
Coromant no longer seems to be interested in discussing whether or not the voice is some sort of mysterious creature that does not sleep in a bed. In the same
Coromant is currently looking through what he can reach of the piled up mess.
Should I assist Nines? Do you want me to detect if it is magic?
Why don't you do detect magic in here? This seems like the best place to do it.
Yeah, I'll cast my detect magic and look for magic all over the room, including the thing in the hot tub.
Okay. Well, that's definitely magic.
What kind of magic?
Divine.
It's not even a school, it's just divine.
It is a divine artifact.
Yeah.
It radiates with
White hot intense.
just. It would be like staring at the sun.
Well,
Levels
I
of
won't do
magic.
That. I won't do that.
And I mean, it's just incredibly intense. It's the most magical thing that you've ever felt.
Yes, this is most disturbing. I will tell Nines and Zoria what I found out. What else is there any other magic in the room?
Nope, it's a nice guest bedroom, but, well, that's not true. There is one thing that is somewhat magical. It's a low-level magic. It is an alarm clock.
Oh.
Oh.
What kind of magic is it?
I believe divination would be the
For
best tool, yeah.
determining what time it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
How similar is it to the alarm clocks in the House of Blades?
They're pretty similar. It looks like maybe just a different design from the same
I'll
manufacturer.
toss it in the bag.
Okay. You have an alarm clock?
Make sure that there is no alarm set.
It's in a different dimension.
Oh, okay then.
The clock, right, when you toss it in there, it just starts going Twilight Zone, just arms spinning and opposite
So I
directions.
tell everybody but Coromant that I have found
I think Koromov is gonna figure it out.
divine
probably figured
divine
it out.
artifact.
At this point, he's probably piecing things together.
Well, Coromant doesn't have a whole lot to look through in this giant pile of furniture, because it's furniture and not chests and drawers
Yeah.
and all these little things that hide stuff. He does eventually come over to the tub and see Samir's pick, or what y'all think is likely to be Samir's pick.
I mean, just blasting out divine magic, he said.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah. So, I would like to.
Oh, there it is. Let's pick it up.
We've tried.
Go for it.
Well, you have your mage hand. Just
No,
grab
that
it.
didn't work. I wanted to see you try.
All right. I didn't think I'd need these today. Pulls out a little tab on these boots, and they just start folding upwards. And they turn into a little set of waders.
He's got waiters.
What? Wait, what are these boots? Those are the weirdest Uggs I've ever seen.
Then
If we say it one more
they're
time,
just
they better pay us.
they're just collapsible waders.
Oh, okay.
And you carry them with you all the time?
You never know when you need to be in an aquatic environment. You don't need to have wet socks. That's how you get boot rot.
So, why don't you grab it?
Rolls up his sleeve. Steps into the, well, basically a pool. Walks to the center. Reaches down. Okay. That's not budging.
You who are Coromons. Perhaps it is like a stopper that is keeping the water from running out of the tub. And that if you drink all of the water in the tub, you might be able to pick it up.
The voice is bathwater.
I don't think it would be possible for all of us working together to consume this liquid. There's hundreds and hundreds of gallons in this.
Well, if you really want to pick it, it's just a thought.
There's some glassware in the other room. Go get it.
I will bring one glass back.
We're gonna try to empty it?
No, it is the voice. It is the voice's water.
Well, yeah, let's get rid of it then.
Then where will we put it?
Down the drain in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's a bath. There's a tub here, right?
Like a bathroom.
Like
There is a bathroom that you walk right by it as you enter.
Yeah. So we would just pour it in the.
All right. Cormon takes a glass, dips it in.
That is a
empty.
start.
It's
Oh.
empty. Oh. I
Do you have any ideas, Olwen?
I take my gleaming bucket and try and scoop it up and see if a magic container holds it.
You too have the same effect.
As I lift it out, it just doesn't come out with the bucket.
I didn't detect any magic in the water, though.
I think it was overwhelmed by the divinity. The aura was so intense that you probably couldn't see surrounding magic, would be my guess.
When looking at the divine object and trying to sense it with detect magic, it's like trying to see Mercury pass over the sun.
All right.
Whatever that is, it was difficult.
Well,
Gormov,
Yes.
how do we get it out? This is your project.
I don't know. I've never seen anything behave this way.
maybe. Let me try.
I don't have any ideas either. Obviously the water or the tub is enchanted, but I don't know past that.
I can try something. You're not gonna like it.
Don't turn into voice.
What else are we gonna do?
I turn around, plug my ears.
I turn into the voice.
I've seen worse ideas,
All right, let's climb into this.
but I haven't heard any worse ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna need at least one more of you in here with me, if you know what I mean.
Nope.
I know I'm plugging my ears and I'm not watching this. How angry am I?
On a scale of 10, somewhere around 30.
I climb into the tub,
Okay.
and I'm going to just reach down and see if I can pull it away. Well, I'm like genetically coded as the voice, basically.
You cannot.
I'll, as the voice, stick my head under the water
Okay.
and go. I'll try and sing Like, come to me, pick. Yeah, but underwater.
Yeah. Nothing. No response from that. Just some emotional pain from having to do that.
Also, what is your idea?
My idea was to have Koromon drink all of the liquid so that we could get the pick from the bottom.
If I put my head into it, can I drink the water?
Do you want to try?
I do try that.
Hey, how's it going? I'm still in here.
Get out of the tub! I don't need to hear voice!
You... well, you just got some.
Oh, God.
It enters your mouth, and you can feel the water filling your mouth. You can taste it. It tastes strongly of rose hips. You attempt to swallow, but nothing goes down.
Because when it leaves the tub,
Yeah,
your
so when I
throat.
put my hand in it and pull it out, my hand is dry?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well...
it's convenient. Don't need towel.
Get out of tub!
No, I have an idea.
Well, try your idea!
I have like all your instruments in my bag, right? Other than your slide whistle.
Yes, I assume so.
I'll fish out the loot. And I'll put my foot on the pick. And try and start playing it to see if it does anything. Badly, obviously.
You play some. You play better than you should.
Ding, 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 ding.
Given that you don't know how to really play lute, you feel some sort of inspiration to play something. It's not great.
As I'm playing, does it feel I'm gonna try and move it or anything, see if it loosens?
No. You don't feel any sort of connection to it, since you all have weapons that you've attuned to and
Yeah.
things. It doesn't feel like you have attuned to this. You don't feel any real connection to it, which is a sensation that you as adventurers would actually be familiar with. So
I'll get out of town. Hey, Elsa, baby, why don't you try tipping the tub a little? See what happens.
It'll make a lot of noise, that's what will happen. If you can move
we
it.
hear anything about the concert going on downstairs?
you're fairly far removed from the theater at this point.
I am. You who are Zoria.
Yeah.
That is... oh. Could you be Zoria again?
I'll turn into the elf that I've been in. Charlena.
You who are Charlena, that is much better than the voice. I am developing Nines' aversion to the voice.
Okay.
I am having a thought that is quite disturbing.
Okay.
I am thinking that perhaps this entire tub is the pick.
You think the whole tub is the pick?
It is just a thought.
I take back my loot,
Okay.
lean against the tub,
Okay.
and just try to play something very quietly and see if it feels like there's some divine inspiration that is improving my playstyle.
I'll allow you this so there's less sort of guessing at things. You try both being in contact with the tub and being not in contact with the tub and performing, and you don't feel any difference either way. There's some sort of general aura of inspiring energy. You feel as though, especially being a musician, you feel as though melodies are just sort of like popping in your head, new ones that you've never heard. Like you're just creating new melodies. But it doesn't feel any different when you're in contact with the tub or when you're not.
Okay, I will try your idea of tipping the tub.
Just to see if the water sloshes out or anything, or if it
I
just
will.
Oh, if you have the power to tip it over, let's do that. That'd be funny.
Well, I will
gently
very gently pull
tip
out
the huge ironwood.
my crowbar, the one made of the special not fervent, but changeling material,
Okay.
and attempt to tip the tub up as much as I can.
Okay.
Which is not likely since it's 20 feet in diameter. But
12.
12,
12
but-
feet in diameter.
Yeah, there's a 2 in that.
There's. So first, let me ask, because you may or may not care. Do you care about attempting to not damage the floor with your Raven bar?
I'm attempting
Because
to.
you are gonna have to like shove it underneath.
I don't want to make any noise.
The floor condition, I think, doesn't matter as much. But
No.
as long as it's
We'll just
fine.
throw a rug
The
over it.
the sound makes a difference. So if I need to like pound it into the floor and make a whole racket, I won't do that.
To get any sort of significant leverage, since this is an ironwood tub, and it's filled with a couple 100 gallons at least of water,
Maybe.
It's
you
magical.
pretty quickly surmise that
Okay.
you could get it under there. It would be very hard to preserve the condition of the floor or do it without making noise. But
Yes.
you could accomplish getting a crowbar underneath.
No, we are still being sneaky. So I will attempt to move the tub without the assistance of the crowbar, like by grabbing onto some of the filigree or whatever.
There's not a lot to grab onto, so you don't have the best handhold, but you get a little bit of something. Make a strength check.
21.
You get every ounce of energy that you can muster trying to pull this thing up. And I mean, you're starting to sweat, you're pulsing, you can feel your heart racing as you're just applying everything to this. And you get maybe a couple millimeters up on your own, and you can't overcome the sheer weight of this object.
Okay,
It's
so
like a
what,
steel tub.
what I'm going to
So-
try next is I'm gonna use my what is it, the rain skin,
The rain catcher?
the rain catcher, and I'll attempt to splash the water out of the tub. Not to lift it up, but to just splash it out.
Okay. You put it in there and you splash about in the water, and the water moves about, but it refuses to create smaller. It becomes almost like you're watching a Jello move. You can't create droplets that separate from the whole. So you see this wave move and it goes whoosh and rises up and then falls back down into itself.
Well, I have tried some things.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the tub
Okay?
and just get down there, hold my breath, and get as close to it as possible, and try to attune to it, just thinking, I am Nines, I am best musician, the voice sucks, you belong to me now. I'm gonna think that as hard as I can.
Okay. I'm not saying that you can't do this, but you as a character would know that typically an attunement process takes the better part of about an hour to really familiarize yourself with the object. So the underwater portion of your
I
plan
use my
here.
slide whistle as a breathing stroke.
Why don't you just put your foot on it?
I'm not. Okay, so you in real life literally have a slide whistle. I have no idea if that could work, like underwater to.
No, because actually what it does is there is not. It can suck some air through here, but if you block, the slide itself actually blocks the air. So,
Okay, so that is not possible. All right.
but I can, but I can stand on it. Does that?
And you,
Well,
you
I
could
guess
definitely.
a mechanic question is, can you? It's a process to attune. can you feel yourself getting closer? Because I know once you break it, you have to start over. But
Yeah,
do you feel like it starts? Do you feel it to start happening?
Yes. Yeah. Since you've all attuned to different objects, you are all aware that you form this strange, almost sixth sense, this like extra body part of connection with your attuned items. And you become aware of them in a way that you aren't aware of other things. It's not like you know where they all are, but it's like you can just feel them. It's, in between. Sort of a liminal connection.
So get to be straw.
What were you saying?
It is, it's a tub. About as deep as a hot tub, so we're talking like 3 feet. Can you, get yourself underwater in it? Of course. But you also, could be in, contact with it and not have your head submerged either. That's also an option, just to let you help piece together the image here.
I have a thought. We know attunement takes an hour normally, but we also know your old thumper, you attune to it differently. You attune to it by intimidating the thing itself. It might be that you have to prove to this pick that you're a better performer and more worthy of it than the voice is. So why don't you stand on it, try and connect with it, and give the performance of your life? Yeah?
Give me guidance.
I give you Eagle's Splendor.
Ooh, what does that do?
You have advantage on charisma checks.
Oh, all right.
That's my last second level spell.
Wait, what if we need to use find object?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about that right now.
All right, I'm going to play my lute, my best instrument,
Of course.
and that does have a +2 with the when we got it enchanted way back, right?
Does it? I don't remember. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. You
yeah, you
enchanted
did.
it at Drowning in Magic, right?
Yep, way back when you enchanted it to have a +2 to performance.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
I only got a 15.
Okay. You feel a connection with you and the pick, but you're able to determine that performance alone, this isn't forming and deepening the connection. What the best way I can describe this is that you are receiving some sort of inspiring energies from the pick, but your performance isn't deepening that, it's not enhancing that, it's not making new connections. You're not feeling like you're getting closer with the pick this way.
What do we know about the god that made this?
That's what I'm looking for.
Samirn is the god of arts and performances and passion and love. They are a deity that has domain over, any artist and their craft, their love, but also over things that you are simply deeply passionate about, whether it is your profession or not. So if you just absolutely love, reading mysteries, well, Samirn is the deity that would be present and deepen and enhance that and fulfill that. And you may even offer up prayers to Samirn that they would inspire a new author to write something that you love.
Try and make a new song.
I'm trying to think of how I want to phrase this.
Something you really are passionate about.
And remember, like, I'm not your antagonist. I'm happy to help and guide you through what your character might know that you as a player might not fully understand.
Well, I'm passionate about music and beating the voice. So we'll try to just strum up something together with those concepts.
I'll turn into the voice to give you inspiration.
I am now seethingly angry,
That's passion.
and I'll include a lyric about how I will defeat him with God's helps or none.
And I'll do a little dance.
Okay. You find that the song comes flowing out of you as you do this, make this performance. Like a performance check.
You have Eagle Splendor still,
Oh,
so
still
you have
works.
advantage. It's an hour.
I wasted all of my my cat
Well,
faces
he's
on there.
on, yeah.
Are you coming up cat butts now?
Not
Close.
that bad.
No, not quite that bad. It's still gonna be 18.
Okay.
But do I?
It's a pretty good song. And as you're performing it, it's just this sort of flow of consciousness right now. What you realize that although it maybe isn't perfect the way it is, because it's a little bit too personal, that there's definitely a really good song here, one that people would like, one that could be a commercial success. So you start to try to remember this and commit it to memory.
Sorry, get me my notepad.
No.
Get me the voices notepad.
Are you singing this out loud?
No,
Oh.
but I do. I'm still staying in the pool now. I'm just
I mean-
writing lyrics on on some parchment.
And little
But it doesn't get things wet, so.
you've got
Oh, yeah.
notes and rhythm and everything written down and what the chords are. So you write this down. You don't feel any closer to the pick though.
Well, I don't need the pick. I'm 9s. I'm great already. I'm bored of this mission. Let's leave now. This is an impressive pick.
How are we doing time-wise?
You've been in here about 20 minutes.
It has felt like forever.
Yeah.
Why are you still the voice?
I'm inspiring your passions.
I feel like that should have given me disadvantage.
Okay.
Colin remarks. So you can't move the pick,
Nope.
right?
And we can't move the tub.
Well, is that true, or do we can't move it and not make noise? Because it looked like you got a little tiny itty bitty bit when you were lifting.
We could definitely move it, but make a lot of noise. Yeah.
And the water doesn't seem to want to, like, split up. That's the weirdest thing, watching you make that wave.
It was very odd that the water did not splash out because it splashed up to the edge.
Up and kind of like over and then just back down. I've never seen water do that. So, I mean, to me, the water is clearly enchanted. I think we all agree on that, yeah?
No. Yeah.
So, who is able to disenchant magic water or enchanted water?
I can't dispel magic for another level.
I don't think any of us can.
Well, then what?
So,
Kormoth?
you're not going to like this. I don't see any other way to get at that pick without getting the water out of here and maybe the tub. We've got to do something to break the enchantment.
We have all said that. That does not lead us to a conclusion about how.
And I don't want to mix Oratmal magic with divine magic. A lich-powered thing is one thing.
Well, just... You don't need to dispel the magic. Just turn the tub into something else.
If you, you can make an attempt, since your detect magic is still up, to try and discern what this magic is, but it's not going to be comfortable. So if you want to attempt, I'm going to have you make a will save, since you're going to have to try to...
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. Excuse me, not a will save. Thank you. Way too much time in older versions. If you want to attempt, it'll be a wisdom saving throw to basically withstand the sheer power of the divine magic radiating off of this.
I will make one effort to do that.
Okay.
Do I get guidance?
No, I have a concentration spell.
Oh.
And it's mine. I could. Weren't you inspired by my song?
Yes, 13.
Okay. You take,
Radiant damage.
no.
Psychic.
You take 15.
Oof.
I'm gonna say, for lack of a better descriptor here, the psychic damage.
Ouch.
Just ouch.
Ow!
Oh.
Ooh,
That smarts.
That was the bad brain bonk
Okay.
there.
15.
that was extremely painful, what I attempted to do. I do not know if I gained any knowledge or not.
We'll find out. You burnt your
Ye-
hands, too.
You detect the magic that is hard to see underneath the divine. And it is abjuration.
Protection.
So there is something else at work other than divine magic here.
I report my findings to those around me who might know more what that is than I do.
Can I search the tub for any sort of magical runes or other devices relating to abjuration magic that might be fueling the enchantment?
Sure.
Is that Arcana? Investigation?
In investigation, since you're looking for them and not trying to understand something you already found.
11.
It's pretty easy to search the tub, and the water is very clear. You see nothing. But a thought occurs to you. There is a fairly large surface to which you do not have access to see.
The bottom. Alright, let's all tip over the tub.
Can't you make it smaller?
What? Why? How?
You have magic? I don't know. You might also have bigger ones, I think.
I didn't prepare enlarge reduce today. And I think that only works on creatures.
I do have another thought.
Yeah?
We could wait for the noise of the fireworks and the inevitable explosion that will destroy the entire power supply of the city, and then tip it at that time. Although that is our running away time.
Yeah, that would be our...
How important is this artifact?
I don't want the voice to have it.
Alright. What? Is there any carpet in here, like a rug?
There's several rugs, yeah.
Probably like rolled up and pushed off to the side like everything else.
Oh, some of the rugs are left in place.
Okay. Let's pile up rugs where we're going to tip it to as a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of us together will try and tip this thing up.
I have my crowbar. Does anyone else have any tools they could use?
We can slide a rope underneath once we have enough clearance.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, you are Coramont. If you think that we must do this to complete this adventure, then I will make a go of it. But you must all help at once.
Okay. Here. Hands you a grappling hook. Hook that underneath. Gonna be on the other side. If this whole thing goes washing out that way, we don't need the pick washing away with it.
It is a
And-
good thing that this liquid does not get things wet. Otherwise, it would leak through this floor.
You okay, also?
Yes,
And you're-
just as aspirated. I am so choked up at the idea of being caught here on the 3rd floor of the.
Good save.
The
Good
estate.
save.
just for safety, I'm going to close the door in case the pick washes by me.
Can we lock the door?
Yeah, there actually is a lock if you want to lock it. Yeah.
We lock the door.
Well,
we don't need to be disturbed doing this.
well, while they're doing that,
Coramonth goes over to the 2 ogres sitting outside.
while they're doing while they're
They're
doing
used to
that,
that happening, probably.
while they're doing that, I'd like to see if there's a hairbrush in the bathroom.
A hairbrush in the bathroom?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I wanted to get some voice hair for my hair collection.
Check the shower.
It's interesting that there's nothing in here.
The bathroom looks unused.
The towels, all of this looks completely untouched.
Okay.
As though, when you're staying at a hotel, you walk in, and everything in the bathroom is like just right where it's left, creased and everything.
All right. Let's do this. We will stealthily shove this giant tub over.
Okay. That's what we're doing.
All right. Dan, Hilwin, give me a hand pulling from this side with the rope, and you 3 lift over there. Let's see if we can do it.
Roll some
My
strength
Herculean
checks.
strength time.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll inspire Olsef real quick. I do that quietly, by the way.
It's the best part of our role play. You haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I
It's
haven't.
been a while since we had time for prep.
Yes, stuff we
That's
grab.
a D6, right?
Yes, and a 6, I think.
Strength, right?
Yeah.
Oof. Yes. Dirty 20.
I use luck. Because it can't get any worse. Oh, it almost did. Well, that's not bad, though. Strength. Okay. I'm going to use your
Wait, does luck? Is it one use only, or can you?
No, I have 3 of them.
I know, but can you use it multiple times on a single roll?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No. You
And
cannot.
you have to use
I can
the
either
new.
use the 18 or the 1. I have to choose one. So
They're
actually,
pulling.
no. If I roll again, I must use the second
Yeah.
Yes, you must use the second one.
one. Ooh, very nice.
They're using a grappling hook to pull it over.
Yes.
Can I turn into a war horse and try and pull it as a horse with the rope? Like they harness it to me.
Yes, but without. I mean, I'm not saying no,
But it might be
But-
loud.
but there's a reason that we don't tie the rope to the horse, but rather to the saddle. On the horse.
Or a yoke.
Or the yoke, because there's only 2 places that you can get a horse, and it would be like using your teeth, which it's not super strong gripping onto it, or around your neck,
Yeah.
which you're not going to want to pull very hard, because that's where you
Alright,
breathe through.
I'll hold off on the horse plan.
I mean, there are ways.
I rolled a 14. for just regular strength.
Okay.
But I make myself look buff.
Sure. It's like Soria going like, oh yeah,
That inspiration is
leg
pretty
day.
I don't see anything in the rule that says you can't. It just says whenever you do a die, or a roll. So I don't think.
Let me take a look at the.
No, I don't want.
I know you don't want to.
I
Just
don't want to roll again because it won't.
It won't be better.
yeah.
The odds of it being better are really
Like
slim.
the important thing with luck is you can't know the result of whatever you've rolled.
What I know is that this one was going to be bad and it could only be improved. So I rolled again with my luck. And I did okay. 27.
27 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And my natural 19.
I mean, it's one of these rules where your interpretation could allow for that. I'm just gonna say, as a blanket, on anytime that you are using your feet, the phrasing here is that you can roll an additional d20. So I'm just gonna say you get one additional d20, because it just says an additional. So we can argue about whether that is online or not, but
Post it in the
our
comments
game,
below.
For this moment.
for our game, in this moment, it's just one additional d20.
And that's what I did. And it was way better than the one I had before.
Okay. So final scores from everybody, please.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty 20,
27.
27.
14.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
For me, yeah. But I look good.
Do you want to use your Raven bar?
No, let's just do it.
Would it change the outcome with the...
I'm basically asking, do you want to use a lever
Yes,
in this, which
I am using
will
my lever.
enhance your ability?
I'm using my lever.
Okay.
Just leveraging, as much leveraging as I can get, because we're going to be making noise as this thing tips over anyway.
And I'm going to use Crobashalar too.
Okay, so you are also using a lever.
Yes, I have it around. It's not as good as a Raven bar, but
Okie dokie.
The Raven bar melted. You just have the Changeling crowbar.
I have the changeling one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
It didn't melt, it broke. I'm going to get it repaired.
Yeah, you broke it. That's right.
Yeah, right now you've got the
I've got pieces
Nighthawk
of it.
bar. So you...
Nice.
you managed to get just enough energy to tip the tub up, and the water comes rushing out. The pick goes with it. Coromonth grabs the pick, puts it inside his coat pockets, and the water immediately goes rushing out under the door, just and you hear bedlam in the other room as
Who is Bedlam?
Another.
as it's very clear from the sounds, furniture, tables, like bookshelves, parts of the banquet are just torn about.
That much water went under the door all at once.
it's magic.
It's magic water.
But it didn't get anything wet.
Metagame, it is water that has been enchanted to constantly stay together and never let anything pass up through it. It's basically like a liquid club swinging with the weight of 1,000 pounds or more, just smashing through the house right
So
now.
We have killed a lot of
So
people
the-
today.
So the water was like a single block, and that's why we couldn't pick the pick up. But maybe we could have slid it along the bottom and up the side.
I think I did try pushing it.
Oh, you did try pushing it to the side.
Yes.
That's right.
It,
Because it would have been around the side too.
yeah.
Okay.
And it just, you hear absolute destruction on the other side.
I think
Yeah.
we should leave. Mission
Screaming.
accomplished.
Yelling. alarms
We
now.
casually open the door.
You are nines.
I thought we were leaving-
just looking in like.
Did the door just get smashed open by this then?
Since the first bits of water went under the door, all the rest sort of
Sucked
flowed
through?
with it that
There they
way. Yeah.
Okay.
It behaves oddly.
It's like flubber.
A little bit. It's a little bit like flubber water. Yeah.
Okay.
You are nines.
Yes.
Do you still have your fireworks?
Of
Spell?
course, I still have spell
I
slots.
Open the window.
I'm not irresponsible like some people in
Is
our
there a
party.
roof below us?
Let me just double check the map here.
Well, I thought when we talked to the ogres, they said we can just leave through the window.
Coromont has a grappling hook with a rope on it.
There is a roof in this area. Yes, you'd be able to slide down onto. It's a fairly steep roof, but
Let's
It's
get
only-
onto the roof.
it's only like a few feet below the window, and it's set back in. So there's like 2 stories, and then sort of an inset, and then like a turret tower, and that's kind of what you're in.
Let's get down onto the onto the roof. You set off your pyrotechnics.
Yes, we get into a place that
Open.
open and is looking towards the where our what's his name again?
Famous.
Famous.
Famous is, and presumably he's there because we told him to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
I cast pyrotechnics,
Okay.
so a 5-foot cube within range will pop up and it will explode in fireworks, and no one look directly at it.
Okay.
We do not look at it.
Everyone turns and looks away.
Look away. We avert our gaze.
Actually, I can shoot it 60 feet away, so.
Yeah. So you shoot it out. There's a small but noticeable firework display out there. And nothing happens.
Well, it takes a minute.
For the fuse. So let's head. I'm going to look down off the roof and see where the most activity is versus the least activity.
Can we hear where the water is right now? Like a rough idea?
Is it just down through the house?
Like, do we feel the house move vibrating?
Yes.
This is great.
Yes.
Can I
you-
put my shoes back on?
You see. Yes, you can.
Okay.
The other. Everyone can have your shoes back on.
Okay.
You don't have a line of sight to any of the exits of the building from here. But you kind of hear like there's water leaving out the main entrance.
Let's go. I'm going to go over to the back side of the house and look down, see if there's anyone down there.
So up on the north side.
No, north side, yeah.
Okay, so sort of where the utility shed is.
Yeah.
All right. There's there's plenty of people still moving about there because that's where all of the staff working the event were going in and out. So there's food. There's some food that's been prepared outside, some of the cooked meats and things are being cooked outside, and there's refreshments being brought in, new barrels of
But they're
ale
not
and things.
reacting to the noise.
No, they're not reacting to the noise.
Does it sound like there's a concert still going on?
Yeah, you don't get the sense that maybe the water has disturbed the concert.
It's a very loud concert. And the voice
It
must
is quite loud. You can definitely hear it outside.
Let's just go down the back side and head north out to the wall if we can. Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll go that way. And I will resume being Robert
So we're going to
in
try and
case anyone decides
use.
to stop us.
Yeah, we'll use the grappling hook to try and stealthily descend down the north side of the house.
Since you have a moment to attach and prepare, it's not hard. Coromont is first one to go down, make sure it's safe. He's got the best ability to land from a fall. And he says it's holding pretty well. It felt stable, so come on down.
All right. We come down quietly.
He waits for all of you and then gives a little flick up the rope, and it unhooks the grappling hook. And he stands back as it comes back down and picks it up.
So you who are Cornamons.
Yes?
Yes, are you using that grappling hook in the future? I think I would like to have one.
You may have a grappling hook.
Thank you.
He
He just hands you a grappling hook. It's a grappling hook. Now let's keep moving. Come on.
Wait, Cormump!
What?
Look, if someone stops us and they figure out something's missing, they might get concerned if you have a pick, because why would you have a pick? You should give it to me, because I have a loot. They won't get suspicious as I cast suggestion on them.
Knew this was coming.
I think that's a very reasonable request.
Your concern is warranted, but this is something I need to hold on to.
It's worth a shot.
Yep. Worth that spell slot. Let's sneak north through the compound. There's sort of like woodsy, gardeny stuff north, right?
By the way, here, I did manage to pull this out from one of the chests I found in the room. Looks like it's the Voice's personal traveling chest. Pulls out a huge bag.
Oh, I'll put that in the bag.
It's heavy.
I'll drop it in the bag.
As you grab it from him, your arm does one of the, and you're guessing that there's probably
I'll just
like
throw it in the magic
70 to 80 pounds of coin in there.
At least it is not Chateau d'Ethanol.
And you could hear it like clinking around.
We will look at it later.
That's your take. As promised, the only thing I'm having here is the pick. You can have everything else.
Oh, I want those weird waiter boots.
Well, you can't have these,
Oh.
but I think I have an extra pair back in the warehouse.
Well,
Let's
that
get
gives
out
us
of
an
here.
incentive to get back.
We're sneaking north.
And all of a sudden, you hear a thunderous boom. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's good.
Well, I got best number.
Is the boom coming from above us? Next to us?
Sort of behind you, and right before you felt that, there was a flash that you saw.
Oh no.
Result?
Best number?
9.
Yes.
21.
4.
4.
Oh no.
I throw my body over.
No, you did not.
Sorry.
You did not have time to react.
There's nothing here to saving throws. Ulseth, you, Hulun, and Coromon are knocked down to your knees, but held up. You two are fully thrown off of your feet, tumbling 15 feet forward, and each of you takes...
You were 15 feet closer to the exit.
Good for you.
That's looking at the bright side of life.
Each of you takes 9 bludgeoning damage from the throw into the trees, basically.
Did that feel
Just-
like a Costerian flash grenade?
Oh, that felt much worse than a Costerian flash grenade.
Okay.
Did it come from the direction
You
of...
hear the sounds of falling glass as every window nearby you has been shattered by the pressure wave from a massive explosion.
Oh.
We shouldn't have done
The
that.
fuse went off.
Yeah.
The fuse went off.
I was asking if it came in the direction of Thamus.
It did.
There was a long time between the fireworks and the explosion.
I hope he ran as
left a decent fuse. And we'll find out what happens next in the next session.
No!
Just like Thamus's head come flying. No.
No!
No.
Thamus,
guys.
Thamus takes 9 bludgeoning damage.
whatever peace and calm had been there a moment ago is no longer.
Everything goes black too, right?
Not everything goes black. No, you two are thrown against trees, basically. The other three, you've been knocked to your knees, but managed to, brace yourself.
Do we do like a superhero landing?
No,
Not even with a 21?
no.
No.
This is clumsy. You managed to make a saving throw, not a skill check.
Well, we could try. Yeah.
There is no longer any peace or semblance of order and quiet around you. Everything has become pure chaos.
Chaos is good. One can hide in chaos.
So we'll find out what happens next week. It's a little short session, but that's where I always intended to break this part. So that's where we arrived.
We did a good job.
Yeah.
We did a thing.
We did.
For the most part, it actually went
We did
according to
Dragon's Hoard
plan,
and
actually.
Comarian. Well,
Goodbye. We're in the middle of the Cormarian. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You're in the middle of a very Cormarian goodbye. Thank you again for watching, everyone. We will see you next week. Until then, stay safe. Enjoy the remaining summer weather.
It's too hot. I'm not going to enjoy it at all.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're a few episodes ahead, as always, on our recording, and man, today was just beastly. So, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the rest of your summers. We'll see you soon. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.